Okay, so it seems like there's been some pretty big news in regards to FalseEyeD, and this one feels a little bit weird because obviously I'm saying there's pretty big news about a news tuber, right? And obviously if you guys don't know FalseEyeD and you're in the VTubing space, then I don't know how you don't know about him. But essentially, yeah, he has been one of the, I guess, pillars of VTuber news and VTuber just kind of stuff in general, right? And he was one of the first people that I kind of like saw about whenever getting into the VTuber space and making my own kind of channel and everything like that, right? And of course, he's been very, very big and has done so much over, you know, the past like 5 years, I think it was 5 years of his of creating like VTuber related content, right? And well, it seems like he's come out with a pretty big announcement, which is going to change quite a lot. And I say going to change quite a lot because he actually announces his indefinite hiatus. This is something that came out a couple of hours ago, and it says announcement indefinite hiatus. Dear viewers, today I announced my indefinite hiatus for the foreseeable future beginning on March 7th, which is not so long away. It's like just over 2 weeks. Say there are many personal, you know, personal and professional reasons that influence this decision. Chief among them is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that deserves my full-time and focus. All videos will remain available to review on the YouTube channel after my exit on March 7th, and the TVS Discord will enter read-only mode on March 21st, 2026, alongside all TVS merchandise sales will be discontinued on March 21st, 2026. Both of my co-hosts, Lady and Cody, will continue on with their VTuber activities. It has now been over 6 years since I began as a VTuber, and over 5 years since we began Things VTubers Say, now spanning over 760 episodes and covering over 12,000 unique VTubers, artists, and fans alike. I cannot thank you all for being an important part of my life in creating a community that maturely discussed important and fun topics every single day. I hope you can all join me for a final annual charity drive for the American Heart Association, scheduled from March 1st to March 7th. And yes, with 2 weeks left, we'll have more things VTubers Say for you soon. So yeah, obviously it seems like there is just a couple of weeks left, and there's going to be a couple of bits of content that are coming out. But after that, it seems like, yeah, he will be going away on March 7th, which is very surprising, right? Because obviously we thought he was going to stick around for quite a while, right? I think things have slowed down on the channel, at least recently, because I remember he was an absolute content machine, you know, during the height of a lot of things, right? But again, obviously a lot of people, you know, flooding in a lot of support, saying the legend himself, you know, good luck, False, in your new opportunity, wishing you the best. Just know I'll always be cheering you. So this is not on my bingo card for 2026. Wishing the best, good luck, False. Oh 07, farewell, my fellow 3D to 2D VTuber, right? And of course, yeah, it seems like there is some big once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, he says, that needs his full-time and focus. Now, we don't know what that is. There could be something nothing to do with VTubing, right? Some people have been making the joke, and maybe even speculation, of him joining some kind of organization or whatever, to be like an actual VTuber. But again, it could be something completely different as well. Like, I think in terms of speculation, right? It could be, you know, he gets a cool job or something, like in real life. I don't know, right? And obviously, that is obviously his story to kind of tell if he wants to, and if he doesn't, well, you know, suck, you know, you could suck up to it. I don't know. It's one of these things where if they don't want to be, you know, public about it or whatever, and then we got to respect that, of course. And yeah, he's also made a video as well, which is pretty much saying the same thing he said in the kind of announcement thing in the Twitter post. But if you guys want to go and support it, I definitely recommend doing it, because of course, you know, it seems like he only has 2 weeks left in terms of content and stuff. And obviously he puts a little message here: thank you for all the support. You know, hope you all can join our final week of TVS with the AHA charity drive, March 1st to 7th. So yeah, definitely go over there on March 1st and go and support it, because obviously it's for charity. Of course, you know, you want to go and support that. And of course, a lot of people saying, can't believe the guy who tells me about graduations is graduating himself, which, yeah, is pretty crazy. He said, oh no, he's pregante. I said, oh, please let the news be he's leaving VTubing because he actually got hired as a professional newscaster, because that would be so funny. And again, that would be so funny, right? People saying, if this guy's graduating, it'll be so funny because he has such a distinct voice. It'll be super obvious who he is later, which again, obviously, you know, because I doubt he's reincarnating himself as a different VTuber. Plus, he is putting on a news guy voice. He doesn't really talk like this. That I would recognize his voice, though. Yeah. Said, I pretty mean he means IRL. TVs was a side hobby while working a full-time job, which again, obviously, yeah, some people speculating, you know, being a kind of another VTuber in another company or whatever, but B, also maybe actually getting some kind of, you know, what do you call it, like some kind of opportunity in actual TV, which I think could also be a, you know, valid kind of, what do you call it, I guess theory, right, in terms of what is happening and what is going on. I've said Niji poached him so he can report, so he can't report on the screw ups. The damn, you're my primary source of generally trustworthy and fair coverage of news within the VTubing community. Who do I turn to now? I said, oh no, he's going corpo. So yeah, obviously a lot of people discussing that, and I think yeah, it's obviously very sad for a lot of people because he was one of these go-to guys for news, right? Whenever it comes to VTubing news, and it seems like now that is gone. It's almost like, you know, whatever country you're in, for me it'd be like BBC, but it's like one of those companies, right? Big news companies just like kind of going off air. It's like, well, what do I do now? Do I trust this other news site or no? Which obviously I can understand, right? And yeah, I think there's going to be maybe some other kind of content coming from a lot of other news tubers, right, including myself. Of course, I would continue to make news content for all of you guys, but of course you got people like Lydia, you know, Rima, all these other people who have done a great job in terms of the VTubing news space, and hopefully they can help to fill in the gap, right, in terms of the pretty big gap that FalseEyeD has left, right? Because of course I think it's a pretty big you know, I don't think it's a what do you call it, like he's had such a big impact on the space, right? I think it is a pretty you know, large gap to fill in terms of you know, people providing content and you know, good kind of content as well, to kind of, you know, just keep people appeased, right? And of course he's been covering a lot of the topics that we've been covering recently, and yeah, it's just a shame, right? It was a shame, but of course as much as it is a shame that he is leaving the VTubing you know, kind of news space or whatever at the moment, it is great to hear that of course he's got some other opportunity elsewhere. So at least this isn't a sad thing, right? I like, because obviously lots of people go on hiatuses for some pretty sad reasons, or some pretty you know, either like content creation wasn't working out and like they couldn't afford things, whatever, or maybe, you know, illness or whatever. But this seems like it's honestly going to lead to even better things in the future rather than being like a necessity, right? This is more so he's stopping because, you know, he could move on to something big rather than stopping because he has to, which I think is obviously a big bonus and a big, you know, W for him, of course, because again, whatever he's going on to, I'm sure he is very excited to get onto that, right? That many VTubers owe their earliest growth to viral coverage on TVS. You've done more than introduce us to our Oshis. You've kept us this. You kept this safe. Sorry, this space safer for everyone by exposing real predators and phony agencies. Thank you for everything you've done and given us for all of the years. I said, I cannot believe False is joining V Shoujo. In all seriousness, I hope your next endeavors go exceptionally well. You know, congrats on going corpo, guys. I'm JK, unless. Godspeed, FalseEyeD. He said, I wish you luck in whatever you're about to do. Thank you for all of your work in this community. Said, I'm happy for you, but please just rebrand the Discord and leave it to use. Obviously, some people, you know, still want to chat in the Discord and stuff, but I think maybe he just kind of wants to cut a lot of the ties and stuff for it, at least now, so that he doesn't have to focus on it. I can understand, obviously, muting the Discord and having it read only, because then you don't have to worry about moderators and like kind of sorting it out, and like if something goes wrong or gets raided, then you have to be responsible for that. And obviously if he's doing other stuff, he just does, you know, you don't really want to deal with that, because of course you're not really posting anything on the YouTube channel anymore. So yeah, I think obviously, I think the read-only is the best decision. As much as some people will dislike it because they've made friends in the server and whatever, they've still got 2 weeks or so to create their own servers and create their own group chats and whatever, so they can chat, which I think is the good thing. But yeah, obviously I can definitely understand wanting to just leave it as read-only, to avoid extra stress or extra kind of managing that, you know, he might have to do, right? And of course, yeah, it seems like a lot of people very, very sad, but again, I think it is a good thing for him moving forwards. As he says, you know, he's got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, which I think is very, very exciting, and hopefully that all goes well for him. But yeah, I mean, that is essentially it. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, as I said, go to his channel, give him a subscribe, go like turn on notifications, everything, so that you can attend that charity event, which is going on at March 1st to March 7th, I think it is. So yeah, go help, go donate, and go and see what he gets up to in the kind of, you know, final days until his indefinite hiatus. So yeah, that's all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. So yeah.